Good morning.
Good morning. Am I audible, Hina?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Very good morning. So let's get started. We have
Yeah,
two tasks today, the writing 1 and 2. And I just hope that you have done it earlier too, like a kind of knowledge you have.
yeah. I have not much knowledge about the academic task one. I have just saw one or two videos by Liz.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No problem. So we'll start with task 2, then we'll switch to task 1.
Okay.
Task 2, the major problem is that what do? You just always use capital after the comma, please. Just don't do that. The punctuational error.
Yes.
Yeah, so I checked your mock test. So let's get started with the task 2. Anyhow, I'll just brief the things again so that it will be clear to you. And in between you have any doubt, you can just ask me.
Yes.
So as you know that the weightage of task 2 is more than the task 1, so it is precisely advised you to start with the task 2 first and then switch to task 1 in your exam too. The time limit for it is 40 minutes. Again, it is not hard and fast rule that you have to spend 40 minutes. You can even complete in 35 minutes or maybe 45 minutes. It is completely up to you how you're going to utilize your time. But don't just spend more than 40 minutes because you will have less time for task 1. The word limit is minimum, obviously 250. There is no upper limit that you can even write 300, 320, even more than that. But the more you write, it will be more time consuming and there will be more chances of grammatical errors. So make sure that you adhere to at least 280 is more than sufficient. If you write 300, that's fine. Don't go beyond that. This point is already covered. Okay, many of the students find it writing task 2 a bit difficult. Okay, so let's focus to the assessment criteria. We know that there are, like for listening and reading, it's quite simple to know our score because obviously they are like 26. Okay, you get 6 back. But for the writing, it's a bit tricky because there are a lot of things that is assessed. Like first is your task response. Now, what is a task response? If I ask you, according to you, what can be the task response?
Uh, as if we have achieved the given task, like the word limit should be okay, and the question which is asked is answered properly.
Yeah, it should be to the relevancy, right?
Yeah.
So that's only the task response. Like if you see the computer, it doesn't mean that you're going to write the advantage and disadvantage of computer. There should be a lot more other aspects of question that you need to cover. So task response and task relevancy is the same. You have to stick to the question what is asked. And yes, word limit is obviously important. Coherence and cohesion is again the things how well you have connected it, how
Mhm.
nicely the things are following. How lucid it is and how easy it is to understand. That's only the coherence and cohesion. The sentence connections, I can say that, and the point that you have just picked as a topic statement that need to be elaborated well. You cannot go on picking two to three ideas without elaborating that. Lexical resources are the kind of, I can say that, vocabulary precisely,
Yes.
and a kind of avoiding repetitive words too, and even the kind of word that we say good, very good. If it is important, still we say very important. We write paramount, still we write important and paramount together. So these kind of confusing things should be avoided. Overuse of vocabulary should be avoided. And precisely if I say that, misuse should be avoided. Whatever the vocabulary you are using, it should be up to the context and according to the meaning of the sentence. It should be fit. And the
Okay.
fourth is grammatical range and accuracy. Yes, the range of grammar should be there. It should be there must be some passive active voices too. There must be some conditional sentences. There must be some complex sentences. There must be passive voice, perfect tense. I mean, there should be the mix of grammatical sentence structure. And whatever the structure you are using, either it's basic grammatical structure or advanced one, it should be perfectly organized. It must be according to the grammatical standards. Now, there
Okay.
are the variety of questions, you know very well, that could be agree, disagree. That could be even, I mean, opinion based can be of many types: agree, disagree, advantages outweigh the disadvantage. It could be even discuss both views and give your opinion. It could
Yes.
be even nowadays it's coming very frequently, like do positives and negatives, or do you think that positives are more than the negatives? So it could be of any format in opinion based. Then it could be contrasting two views, that we call it as discuss both views. Sometimes it can be even cause and solution, cause effect solution. So depending on the demand of the question, you have to just structure your essay. And yes, structuring is quite important. There should be some standard or structure that you need to follow. You cannot mix the ideas, right? You are writing the advantage and at the very next line you wrote the disadvantage. So it should be properly grouped.
Yeah.
Then comes how to initiate your writing task. So there are the 4-step strategy. Um, Sorry. 2 and 3, I often jumbled. I first generate the idea and then I decide my position depending on the idea. So 2, 3 can be jumbled. First of all, that's really important one is analyzing the question. Analyzing the question, yes, you have to read it twice or thrice until you get the meaning of the sentence, not even sentence. Many times it is quite easy sentence structure that they have used, but still we misunderstood the question. So what you have to do, you have to read it properly and just try to understand what is the demand of the question. Based on that, you can decide your position and then generate your ideas. Or first you can generate your ideas and then decide your position depending on where you have more points. And finally, you have to develop your ideas and connect it well, develop it well. So that's the four-step strategies. These things we have already covered: task, response, coherence, cohesion, lexical resources, grammatical range, and that all weight 25% equally. All factors are equally important.
Yes.
Now comes the body structure, I mean the essay structure that we have to follow. So it could be of, if you want really aiming for something more than 7 or even 7, so that you need to have a nice structure. Obviously I'll never go recommend to go for some memorized lines or some templates. It's always avoidable because they are quite smart enough to judge the things. But yeah, obviously the paragraphing is important, and yes, you need to use pencil, that you are already doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what to write in introduction, let me show you. So first of all, you have to write a background information or background statement, that, or it could be even the general comment. And yeah, let me tell you, writing a background information is not at all compulsory. If you're getting some ideas just to write on the topic, you can, and it should be connected to the topic. If it is education, you cannot write that the school is the temple of education and teachers are God. That seems to be so what I can say, not even awkward. That looks so weird, and it seems to like that. Okay, someone is like poetic, and the next line is not matching with the same. So there is no need to go for writing something memorized. You can just write anything that's quite common, or if you do not get it, you can simply start with the paraphrasing. And
Yes.
finally comes your thesis. Thesis can be your opinion, or even it could include the reasons why you are including. Many of the students write in thesis itself, they write that this are the reason for the agreement. Or you can simply write your opinion and you can just say that the ideas, supportive ideas, will be elaborated in upcoming paragraph. Both approach is appropriate, and whatever you feel is suitable, you can just adopt that. Body paragraph, obviously you should have 2 points in one body paragraph: explanation as well as one example. Similarly, in the second paragraph, 2 points, explanation and one example. And finally, a conclusion that will definitely include a summary of everything, that whatever you have written. And most of the time I just go for when the ideas are opposite or two contrasting ideas are there, or many opinion essays too, we do have a different views. So we can just go for summarizing it. Although one side benefits, then we can write but the another side's drawback or whatever. Although it has dash 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 as a benefits, but dash dash are the drawbacks which cannot be ignored completely. So that could be a good summary, just to write a summary along with a complex sentence structure. And then you can write your suggestion as well as your opinion. Again, writing suggestion is not compulsory. If you are having some suggestion, okay, it should be the like right way, you can give a suggestion. Otherwise you can simply write your opinion and just end your essay. Make sure that you're dividing your time properly: 5 minutes for planning, 30 minutes for writing, and last 5 minutes for the proofread. Because many of the errors you already know that, okay, my spelling errors, my comma capitalization, so these errors could be nicely avoided if you do have some time and you just proofread. Make sure that you have 30 minutes for writing, 5 for planning, and 5 for proofreading, just to avoid grammatical error. These are certain linkers that you can use to start your body paragraph or even your opinion. I hope you're already aware, but yeah, I'm just revising. In my opinion, my first argument to embark upon, it is commonly believed, firstly, initially, first of all, in the first place, to begin with, to start with. You're going for the opposite idea, you can just write on the flip side. However, moreover, in continuation, in addition, these are for the similarities that you are writing the second point, you can use these words. Likewise, on the other hand, is again for the opposite idea. Apart from that, after that, and next, these are for the sequencers that you are writing. The second reason, again for the second point, to drive this point, just to write argument of your points in support of the previous argument if you are planning to give some example, consequently for showing the result, and furthermore is to add on next idea. I hope it is clear so far. Are you there?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, not a problem. Is it clear so far?
Yes, yes.
All right, let's go on. So this is the topic for today. I'll give you 5 minutes, just now what we discussed for the planning. In some cities and towns all over the world, the high volume of traffic is a problem. What are the cause of this, and what action can be taken to solve this problem? Again, I'm giving you 5 minutes to plan your essay, the points that you're going to write, the position that you will have, the kind of words that you're going to use, and
Okay.
then we'll discuss the essay. All right.
Yes.
Just let me know once it's done.
Yes, yeah. Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Okay, go on and speak up on the topic, like
Uh,
ideas that you have.
yes. Firstly, for paraphrasing, I've written the problem of traffic is increasing day by day over the globe.
Over the
But
globe, all right.
yes, ma'am.
Over the globe or around the globe?
Around the globe.
Yeah.
Around the
And the problem of traffic is
yes, ma'am.
increasing. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
day by day over the globe. Okay,
Globe.
ठीक है.
Yes.
Great.
The reason behind this phenomena is the invention of modern vehicles.
As well as there should be 2 points.
Yeah, as well as the demands of new generation that everyone wants their own vehicle.
Okay, the demands of new generation as well as the 1 point that you said that
Invention of new vehicle, modern vehicles.
the one both are same, I guess.
Yeah,
Invention and demand. Go for something new.
uh, we can the poor state of public transport.
Yeah, poor pathetic condition of public transport, or we can say that mismanagement of public transport could
Yes,
be.
ma'am.
Yes. So these are the
It
2 ways.
yeah, it begets a harrowing upshot on the society, which can be eradicated by
Eradicated. Okay.
implementing some measures like to improve by improving road infrastructure and the position of the public transport, and we should aware public to use more about the vehicle which use CNG instead of other like fossil fuels like petrol and diesel that increase
Okay.
that is the main reason of pollution.
What I'm trying to say, the causes that you have discussed, just try to give the
Mm.
solution for the same, right? If infrastructure was not a problem that you discussed, but yeah, if you say that undeveloped road, that could be a problem of the traffic, so you can just put the solution for the same. So make sure the problem that you have discussed, the
Okay,
solution should be given for the same.
same,
Okay,
yeah.
let's get started then. The planning for introduction. You have just said that the traffic jam or the traffic concern or high volume of traffic can be converted as the traffic jam, right? We can go for that. Has become a severe concern. I'm not sure if the grave will be suitable or not, but many of the time the situation is grave. We call it as like something which is really concerning. Yeah, we can even also write it is increasing at an alarming rate.
Yes.
Choice is all yours. And this is the high time when the government or authority should take that will go for the. So this essay would intend to investigate or just justify the reasons or the factors. So reasons can be factors or the triggers. You can
Yes.
even write the driving force
Okay.
for growing traffic or traffic jams, as well as put forward certain measures to eradicate. The one which you said that is
Yes.
perfect. You can also go for mitigate Eradicating is something like, finishing it from the roots, but that's hard to impossible. So if you want to simply reduce
Yeah,
it, so go
mitigate.
for mitigate it, right? So
Yes.
mitigate, alleviate, or we do have always deter, reduce, go for anything. And that will be, now to begin with, I hope you know the linkers to start. To begin with,
Yes.
right, the most prominent reason for the growing, yeah, for the rising, yeah, for the burgeoning. Now we'll be writing it more often. So burgeoning, BURGEONINGS, rising, or we can go for soaring, or even for the increasing. So we have words to replace that. Burgeoning traffic jam is, and you will just write your first point. That is the increase of private vehicle, right? This is what you said. And increase of private vehicle, obviously why it's happening, the comfort, easy. It's quite easy to buy nowadays as compared to the past. They aren't so expensive, or it's no more a luxury item nowadays because of the decline of the cost, I can say that, as well as even the status
Yes.
and the conditions of public transport. We see that they aren't so reliable, it's always crowded, and that's the reason the people are repelling from the public transport and preferring more the private vehicles, right? So these all I have just combined. For example, we can just go for writing an example. Any city, you can just give it an example. For example, in the recent past 10 years, the use of two-wheelers has increased, or any example that if you want to quote some survey, according to the recent survey from American University, it is found that you can go for anyways. More or less, what could be the next reason for this growing traffic jam? I can see that mismanaged of the road, or we can say that infrastructure is not well developed, or we can even say that the lack of traffic rules, or maybe the strictly they aren't implemented, even that could be. Mm, or what do you feel like to pick the second point? I don't find like the infrastructure is well developed. There is no proper quadrilateral, or the roads are not well
Yes,
developed. There's no two-way, the lanes, the division, and that's the reason during the peak hours, normally, other hours it's fine. During the peak hours, it creates a lot of chaos on the roads,
yes.
right? So we can even go for that. So I'm just writing undeveloped infrastructure. Obviously, road we are talking about. There is always, sorry for the spelling. The roads are not, there is a lack of flyovers or overbridge, and during the peak hours, and as again we'll connect the same point, and as the number of private vehicle users are increasing, the similarly at the same speed the road construction has not increased, right? And that's the reason it has created, or it has put a lot of burden on existing system, and that's the major reason of growing traffic during the peak hours. Up normally देख सकते हो, even in the morning and even in the evening hours, it is always jam packed. So that's the second point, that the roads are not completely developed, as well as we can say that the proper lights are not installed. There isn't the traffic guards to monitor the activity of the people, and that's the reason they just follow their own way, and that creates a lot of chaos on the road. Fine, and specifically during the peak hour. So we had those 2 points. Now solution, what we can say, the private vehicles are the one reason for this. So what we can go for, we can have imposing tax on vehicles, so that the buying the vehicles can be expensive, or even we can go for imposing parking cost. It could be heavy, or if you are parking cost not. So if it, obviously अगर आप peak hours में भी use कर रहे हो, that could be also some fine should be there on private vehicle users, so that could reduce the problem. They will definitely switch to the public transport, and these two are quite connected, as well as we can improve the public transport so that it becomes more encouraging for the people, and how we can give some facility, some subsidy, Wi-Fi, more frequent subsidy to the women, or maybe free, just like in Punjab it is. So it could be some subsidy we can give, the free concession, the pass, senior citizens. Let's make it more attractive so that the people are automatically attracted towards this, right? So the first problem that we have even solved that, and this will ultimately reduce the pollution. I'm sorry, the traffic jam. What could be the next problem was the development of the road. So we can just go for development of the road, and the infrastructure is not developed. So we can say that there should be always development of the road, as well as, I'm sorry, roads. स्ट्रिंजेंट रूल्स होने चाहिए. रोड हमने डेवलप कर लिया, अब स्ट्रिंजेंट रूल्स बना रहे हैं जगह जगह पे. लेट्स इंस्टॉल द ट्रैफिक लाइट्स एंड ऑल, एंड द वन हु फॉल गिल्टी और द वन हु ब्रेक्स सच काइंड ऑफ रूल्स, दैट पर्सन मस्ट बी punished for speeding or anything. So this problem of can be reduced easily. So what problem that we have discussed, we have just found the solution for the same. Then finally we'll write a conclusion. To conclude, obviously T will be capital. To conclude, although the problem of rising traffic is a serious concern, or is grave, or uh, is severe, but small measures like, or but certain steps like, or measures again, like change in developing infrastructures, stringent rules, or stiffer penalty, as well as I'm sorry, what was that? Yes, attractive scheme of public transport can actually change the situation. So I think that government should take suggested steps to curb or to tackle this problem.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that would be your suggestion, and that will just include our essay. I'm just giving you 5 minutes. Let me check the introduction, and the body 1 and 2 and conclusion you can write from your home, right? As a homework,
Okay.
then we'll switch to the tasks. 1.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, ma'am, I have taken the picture.
All right. So should we switch to the task 1 then?
Yes.
Okay, no problem, no doubt in this.
No, no.
Okay, let me erase this first. Have you appeared for GT test earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, although we have discussed, but I just want to show you the sample answer so that in case we miss something or we find something better, that we can incorporate in our essay, right? So let me read it for you, and at the same time, if you find something nice vocabulary that you can note down. So it is undoubtedly the case that urban areas around the world increasingly suffer from congestion. So traffic jam is now congestion. So you can note that. In this essay, I examine the reason for this trend and suggest some practical policies the authorities could implement. Now, implement is also a nice word, to reduce the level of traffic in our city. Okay. The first step is to understand why traffic has increased in the towns and city, broadly speaking. Now, this is informal word, and this is we are not going to use. There are 3 main reasons for this. All right. The one is the cars have become more affordable, that we had already considered. to the consumer, and they are no luxury item but something that most family accept to own. The second reason is that public transport has become increasingly unreliable. We just covered that too, and not less because many bus train services have been reduced because of the difficulty in funding them. And the third reason of the society in general has become more mobile. That means that people are nowadays more commuting, right? We are moving more, but all thanks to Corona, we are just stuck now. We aren't moving. But yeah, there was a time 2 years back when the people used to commute a lot. And if that was a problem, then telecommuting could be a solution. If you're discussing that, the more number of people are now moving to work, and that's the reason for the traffic jam in the peak hours. So that suggestions could be like telecommuting, work from home. So these are the problems. They have just picked 3 points, but elaboration is lacking again here.
Yeah, ma'am, there's point, elaboration, and then the example we should give.
Yeah, so that's the flaw in the sample. Okay, there is almost certainly no one solution to this problem, the given complexity of its causes. Okay. So, however, one option has to be improve the reliability of public transport to encourage people to take the bus or the train rather than get in the car. It would also be possible to discourage people from driving to work by introducing special tariffs, obviously, the imposing the cost, imposing the fine, specifically during the peak periods. A successful example of this could be the London, which has certainly reduced the traffic. Even we can go for even odd formula that was implemented in Delhi just to reduce the traffic jam, rather than if you don't have idea about the London. And normally the London is quite populated, and yes, the vehicles are a real problem. So in conclusion, there are a variety of different factors that lead to rise of traffic jams in urban areas. While it may not be impossible to find a complete solution, any action should probably involve encouraging a greater use of public transport and making it more expensive for the motorists to drive in the urban area. So they have just restated that.
Yes.
So I think that we can write better than this. This was just for an idea.
Yes, yes.
So we are going for task 1 now. So this is the task that we have today. Normally when you go for task 1, you have to write 150 words. That's the minimum. Maximum is again 160, 170. Don't write 200 because you will end up writing each and everything. And here the comparison is a crucial factor that we have to follow. There are the two types of graph that we get in our exam or the report writing, the one that contains data and one that doesn't contain the data. That's the data chart and non-data chart. So right now we do have, it is having some numbers. So this is a data chart. Similarly, we can have some flow chart or life cycle if you have heard about it, water
Yes.
cycle. So that those are just containing the steps. There is no data. So that's the non-data chart. There is a slight
Okay.
difference. When that will come, we'll just cover that point. But let's have focus on this. How the structure will be for this kind of task, you will have to write one introduction by simply paraphrasing, and you're going to do step by step with me.
Yes.
So that it will be like, you said that you have never done that, so that will be clear for you. So the bar chart will be just writing the given bar chart or the provided bar chart or the bar graph.
Yes.
Shows will be depicts
Illustrates. Yeah.
or illustrates. The data could be the statistics, or simply if there are the data for more than 2 years, we can just say that illustrates the comparison, right?
Okay.
Young people, I cannot write adults now. So young people could be youngsters. Simply I can go for writing youngsters.
Yes.
Or I'm not sure if they are teenagers,
Youth, we can say. Yeah.
adolescents we can write. So for the time being, I'm just writing youngsters. Rest I'll write students, the learners, or we
Yes.
can write adolescents. We can write the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Studying can be pursuing. What they are pursuing? The higher
Higher
education.
education.
So right, we can write, again, I'm not sure if it is secondary education. Otherwise, the simple paraphrase for higher education is secondary education. Across will be like in 4 countries,
Yes.
in 4 nations, namely country A, B, C, and D. Okay. And then the time intervals. So time gap is 2000 from
2, 5,
2000.
and 10.
2005 and 2010.
Yeah.
So in 3 different years, 2000, 2005 and 2010. So that will
Yeah.
be the introduction. We can write the data is
Yeah, in
calibrated.
introduction, like simply we will paraphrase the piece.
Paraphrasing, yeah. From so this from can be replaced by between 2000 and यहाँ पे 2 की जगह आएगा and, right? Between के साथ always it carries and. I'm sorry, that's difficult to write. And then after full stop, we can write the data is calibrated in the unit of calibration. I just always recommend to write so that whenever you're writing, you do not end up writing it in number or in millions or whatever. So for time being, I'm just using it as a percentage. The data is calibrated in percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be that's only the introduction. Then comes writing in overall. So overall actually is, first of all, we have to start in a way. The most
No voice.
dominating feature of whatever the type of graph is that, I'm just keeping it blank. Now the bar graph is, you will just fill the bar graph. Shows that now we'll pick the maximum and minimum from the graph, or if there is any trend that we will pick. So let's try to find out if there is any trend or something that we can guess from this. So you can see that in country A, the graph is on rise, right?
Yeah.
Even country C, it is. Country D
And D.
increasing.
Yeah.
But there
Yes.
in country B, we can see it is, there was a fluctuation in 2005.
Right.
More or less, if I look from another angle, so education, or we can say that higher education rate was more in country D, or maximum in country D in all 3 years. I don't think there is an exception.
Yes.
Whereas it was least in country B, except the
2000.
first year,
Yeah.
2000. So choice is all yours. How you want to pick? You can go for maximum and minimum, or you can go for trend. That overall, the most dominating feature. I'm sorry, overall is missing. Just write overall here.
Yes.
Overall, put a comma. The most dominating feature of the graph shows that the percentage of students pursuing secondary education or higher education increased in all 3 countries throughout the given time, except country B, where it declined in 2005. Or you can write where it followed a fluctuating trend, decrease and then increase. So you can even write that.
Yes.
Okay with the overall? Then
Yes.
we'll go for the comparisons. And for the comparison, we'll be just writing, taking a closer view. Just hold on. Taking a closer view, comma, it is evident. Now you have to just group the data according to your convenience. Like you want to start from maximum, you want to start with a minimum. I mean, this should be logical sequencing of the data. So it is evident from the graph that from the line, I'm sorry, this is a bar graph, from the bar graph that. Now let me start with the country D because it is a maximum one. So in 2000, the proportion of young learners, obviously they are the young, so young learners in country D was nearly 60%. So I'm not sure about, is it exact 58, 59? So that's just touching the line. So I'll be just using approximation. So about 60%, which was followed by, so which is at the number 2. I'm just using past tense because it has been over.
Followed by country C.
Yes, so number C. With some percentage we can write?
Like 50, near about 50.
58. So with a difference of 2%, you can write, if you took it as 60 and that's 58. So with the minor difference of 2%. However,
no, ma'am, we are writing about 2000, na?
Yeah, 2000. So it is
Then we will consider C first, like at
E
50.
first, yeah, that is the 50%. So with a difference of 10%, right?
Yeah.
However, what we can see that there was a minor difference, or we can write A and B with the respective structure. The proportion of young learners, or proportion of adolescents who enrolled for higher education was X and Y respectively in these two countries. So we have just changed the structure now, respective figures.
Yeah.
Okay, now what happened after 5 years? The number of, percentage of aspirants or the candidates in higher education increased by 5%. Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
And similarly or interestingly, what happened to the second one? It increased. Cool.
Yes.
However, there was a slight decline or decrement, or we can even say fall
Yeah.
in country B, which whereas यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो this increase is really massive one, a 10% or even 12% of growth, whereas a massive growth or a significant growth of 10% or even more than 10% could be seen in figure of or in data of country A. Fine, so that would be our body paragraph 1. Then we'll switch to the body paragraph of second. So by probing further, in last year we can see that it touched this point, increased again rapidly, and
We
it
can
touched,
see country D is always on top with higher
yeah,
students in
yeah,
year.
it is at 80%, which is obviously far more, and this remain consistent. Obviously, in the next year remains
Yes.
similar, and there was again a minor change in this B. So that's all for that. So we have to actually compare the things. I hope this is easy.
Yeah.
What we can do, we do have plenty of time, so it's 7:46 according to me, so it's better if you can complete task 1 and then we can switch to the speaking
Okay.
at 8 o'clock. 8 to 8:30, that 30 minutes would be like more than sufficient for the speaking.
Yes.
So you just complete this and then we will check the sample answers at last.
Okay. So I'll do it now or as a homework.
That's what I'm saying, that it's a 7:46 now, so if you complete by 8:05, we'll still have 25 minutes for speaking.
Okay. Okay. I'll do it.
Right, so it's better if you write right now, and
Yes.
I can just check it.
Okay.
Sonia, where do you reside?
In Panipat, ma'am. मैम जो ये सारा मतलब लास्ट में हमने ये पैराग्राफ एक ही लिखना है या उसको दो में डिवाइड करें, मतलब पूरा डाटा
दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करना है, 2 बॉडी पैराग्राफ, 1 इंट्रोडक्शन, 1 ओवरऑल, टोटल 4 पैराग्राफ.
Okay, like I have written overall के बाद one paragraph in which I have given like 2000 and 2005 overview. Then
Yes,
I
and 2010 comparison do in the second paragraph, probing further or analyzing further. Just
yes,
start with that linker.
yeah. Written. Ma'am, I have written. Ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I have written.
Okay, just do one thing.
Yeah.
Send on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Click a picture and send it there.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I got it. Let me check.
It's not that clear. I'll read it for you if you can't
Okay,
understand.
no problem. I can still read it. The bar graph illustrates about the statistics of young learners who appeared for higher education in 4 countries such as A, B, C, D. Or just write country A, B, C, D. Right?
And नहीं लिखना बच्चे.
Such as country A, the name. You can't change the name.
Yes.
You just wrote A, na? That should be country A.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
During the year, what's that? During the
During the year
2000,
2000, 2005, and 2010.
Okay. Are measured in percentage. Leave one line after each paragraph. So
Yes,
overall,
ma'am. Actually, I have left one line after, but I forgot to write units.
All right. Okay, no problem. The country D is always on the top with maximum students. Okay, studied. Student throughout the time and increasing rapidly. It should be increased rapidly, right?
Okay, ma'am.
And rather than writing country, the proportion of student in country A, just write complete keyword.
Okay.
It's not number, it's proportion. So in number of adults or adolescents, it could be in the proportion of adolescents in country A and C, whereas in country B, there was a fluctuation.
There was, yes.
Year 2005. All right. It could be like थोड़ा सा messy सा है, थोड़ा इसको और ज़्यादा ना
Clear.
sentence को थोड़ा सही करो.
Okay.
चीजें आपने सही लिखी है, but it just a bit messed up.
Okay.
Now, let's see the body paragraph. Taking a closer view, comma के बाद capital क्यों आए जा रहा है? ठीक कीजिए उसको.
Okay.
There are. Now again हमने past tense में लिखना था ना, तो there are या there were.
Were आएगा.
Okay, so there were. There were about 60% youngsters appeared for
Secondary education.
secondary education. Secondary spelling check कर लीजिएगा एक बार, ये मुझे ना wrong दिख रहा है.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have written very roughly, so I have.
Which was followed by country C and A with 50 and 37 respectively, while in year 2000 there was a sharp. Sharp की spelling check कीजिए.
Yes, ma'am. SHARP.
Yeah, sharp के बाद क्या लिखा है आपने? Increase.
Increase. Yes, ma'am. Increase in number.
So increase थोड़ा सा repeat नहीं हो रहा, ऊपर भी लिखा है. So go for soar या कुछ और word use करो. In number, again number नहीं, proportion.
Like soar word, ma'am, used for sharp or increase?
Soar is for the increase.
Okay.
SOAR. Number की जगह proportion करेंगे या ratio करेंगे या percentage करेंगे.
Okay, ma'am.
Students in country A at 41, in country C with the little jump to, okay, followed by D, it's okay. It dropped. Again, it dropped. Past tense. In country B at 38%. Analyzing further, F small. There was a massive growth. It is small. Okay, in 2000 country D with almost. Now you have just missed the keyword. Massive growth था, पर किस चीज में था? The number of or the percentage of learners. तो ये आपने कीवर्ड हमेशा मिस कर दिया, तो
Yes,
मेक
ma'am.
श्योर आप इसको ऐड ऑन करो।
Okay.
80% youngsters fall our ABs also in with the okay where there was no change in number, again number नहीं है,
Yes,
ऊपर
ma'am.
लिखा है परसेंटेज है, तो प्लीज नंबर मत लिखिएगा। टू सी इट
Okay.
रिमेन्ड अगेन पास्ट। इक्वल का स्पेलिंग देखिए क्या है, डबल एल क्यों लगाया है?
No, ma'am. Actually, मैंने Y डालनी थी पीछे equally as तो
इट
double L लगा।
रिमेन्ड इक्वल, इक्वली
Okay.
नहीं सूट कर रहा।
Okay.
ओके दैट्स ऑल। ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स को प्लीज ध्यान दीजिए।
Yes, ma'am.
ये हो गया हमारा। Now let's switch to the speaking. I hope you have a brief idea of speaking. So we do
Yeah.
have, हम पहले एक बार इसका सैंपल चेक कर लेते हैं। You can just read for your understanding. ये रहा
Okay.
सैंपल, I just displayed it. And just see कि आप क्या कर सकते थे and what you missed. So this is the sample. Just go through it. यहाँ पे overall में space नहीं दिया है. Looking from the overall perspective, that's the link that they have said, and this part is overall.
Yeah, ma'am. I have. Yes, ma'am. I have read that.
Is it done?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, you can take a screenshot too in between if you feel
Yes,
like.
I have. Because I really like the vocabulary or the flow they have used, right? So I
Yeah.
have taken the picture.
Okay, fair. So shall we move to the speaking part then?
Yeah.
So we'll be doing cue card today, and obviously
Okay.
we have time, so I'll just ask some introductory questions too before giving you the cue card. Okay. So let's get started. What's your full name
My name's Hina Arora.
and how may I call you?
You can call me by my first name, Hina.
Please call me by my first name. Yeah, I would like to hear my first name.
Oh,
Okay. Do you like your name?
yes. I love my name as my father had given this name to me.
Does your name have any particular meaning?
Yeah, I remember. Actually, my father picked this name from a movie which was released in year 1989, and after that I was born in 1990, and my father has chosen this name from a movie named as Hina, and this is also similar to the product which it's called Immortal, I think, which was used to uh,
Which is
enhance the
used
beauty
to.
enhance the beauty of a bride during the marriage in our country.
Okay, great. Let's talk more about the naming itself. So, how a person is named in your country?
if in my perspective, as I belong to a Hindu family, and whenever a child was born, we always go to the priest to whom we follow, and we gave him the date of birth and the timings for which the the first letter of the name was calculated according to some priest books there, and then we decide over the multiples name and choose one that we like the most.
We gave me, we give, and it's
Yes.
not priest book. That's a religious book, some holy book, right?
What now?
Religious or religious book.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is the naming tradition, sorry, has the naming tradition changed a lot during the years or over the years?
Yes, I could see a change in the by for giving a name to a child, as these days people are not as a modern generation don't uh, trust more on these religious things. They always wanted to give their child
They always
an
want.
on always want to give their child a name that is more that would not be a common, should be different from one another, and was not earlier listened by something they always wanted for, like they always wanted to choose a new name that goes according to the new generation and looks nice.
You mean to say that they always opt a unique name, right?
Yeah, unique.
Okay, now let's move to the second part of speaking. That's the cue card, and you can see the topic in front of you. You're going to describe someone you know and who is good at cooking, right? A
Yeah.
person with good cooking skills. You got total 1 minute to prepare this topic, and your time starts now. Please prepare.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, I'm done. Shall I start speaking?
Could you start now?
Yes, ma'am. There are various persons in my family or in my relatives who cook really good. But here I would like to talk about a person whom I admire the most, and I have also learned cooking from her. She is my cousin. Her name is Payal. She is tall, beautiful, fair, with curly, messy hairs, which I like the most. We both were born and brought up in a same family, and I have spent my whole childhood with her. She is 6 years elder than me. She even used upper hand while helping my mother in raising me. I always look at her when I need of anything, or I demand anything which my mother can't afford me. She always try to get this for me, and she is very quite similar to me. As I can say, we were like two peas in a pod. We always slept together, and we played together. Whenever she goes to somewhere out from the city, I always go with her, and I don't want to waste even a moment that which I can't spend with her. However, she is now married, and she has been to a different country. I can't meet her much, but I always call her, and we do talk a lot. And she always cook a nice food. She knows how to cook Chinese, Indian, and she always cooks spicy food, which always looked quite tempting. And my mouth started watering when I see her cuisines. The way she cook is very nice. She always blend spices properly into the dish, and the way she present it is always marvelous. This is the reason I always admire her and want to. I have learned cooking from her, but I am not that good as she is.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, great. You can use culinary skills. The one such person who is blessed with, right? So
Yes.
culinary skills is also for the cooking skills, right? So you can just go for
Okay.
paraphrasing, and yeah, the kind of food you can even talk about not only Indian. She's a master. She's good in terms of cooking, Italian, Thai, continental. So just it's all about boasting. So you can just speak anything, like just to elaborate. Add up
Okay.
rather than the tasty, you can go for palatable or scrumptious food. That's mouth watering.
Yes.
So just vocabulary are missing, otherwise it was good.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk more about the topic. Now I'll ask you a question based on the topic that you need to answer.
Yes.
Now tell me how the eating pattern of people have changed over the years.
I remember in previous years when I was a child, we always prefer to eat home cooked food. Or whenever we like to have some change or a variety, my grandmother always cooks some sweets for us, or some Indian breads, different kinds of Indian bread she cook. We were never introduced to the fast food, which was quite quite common in these days, as the young generation is always following the new trend of eating as well. Like they wanted to have prefer always are ready to eat food which is easy to get, and uh, because of its ingredients like MSG, which is used for flavor enhanced as a flavor enhanced product, which attracts more people to eat this kind of junk food.
How often do you go out for eating or you go to the restaurant for food?
Not very common, but whenever we want to have some outing or whenever we feel low, I always wish to go out for a dinner or some street food, as I also like to eat street food. And whenever there is something birthday or anniversary in our family, those days we prefer to go out and have a family dinner together. Other than that, on a weekend we prefer to order some street food by Swiggy or Zomato, and like to eat it at home.
Is it I can say that the cooking skill mandatory for all, or is it only restricted to women in your country?
although this is little restricted to the women in my country in some regions, but now this trend is changing, and the more male person are learning how to cook. And I, in my perception, it is very necessary that everyone should know even the basic skills of cooking, as whenever the child if we say the young person or a boy who is going out for the study to some other country or a city, and they can't keep their parents with them all the time, so they know how to cook a little bit
No.
so that they can cook their own meal. And whenever if I think that the woman in the family was not feeling okay, then men should be there to raise their hand to help her.
Okay, fair enough. Do the people take some classes for cooking, or is it something that they learn at home?
It depends upon person to person, as some people are master at cooking and they learn it by using various apps, like YouTube is trending these days, as there are various cooking videos that people follow to learn. Or sometimes this is a inherited ability that a person can learn from their home. As I say, I can say that my mother is a good cook, and my brother also know how to cook well, and she has learned it over the phone by my mother.
Okay, fine. So that's all for the day. Any doubt from your side?
Yeah, ma'am.
Anything that you would like to ask?
No, I don't want to ask.
Okay, so there will be one academic reading for you to practice that I'll be sharing after the class. And the task
Okay.
2 is your homework. So this is all for the today.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, then have a good day. And I'm just closing the meeting for today. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
All right. Bye bye. Have a
you.
nice
Bye.
day.